A 300-pound man, working as an exterminator, spraying cockroaches for a living. No purpose, no discipline, no self-respect. A few years later, that same man became one of the toughest humans alive. How? He stopped blaming life and declared war on himself. This is Can't Hurt Me. This book might destroy every excuse you've been hiding behind. Let's get into it. Concept 1. Truth hurts. Most people think failure is their biggest enemy. It's not. Their biggest enemy is the lie they tell themselves every single day. I'll start tomorrow. I'm trying my best. I'm just unlucky. Sounds normal, right? But David Goggins says these small lies slowly destroy your potential. Because once excuses become comfortable, growth becomes impossible. That's why he created the accountability mirror. Every day, he stood in front of a mirror and forced himself to face brutal truth. No fake motivation. No sugarcoating. Just truth. You're overweight. You're lazy. You keep quitting. Harsh. Yeah, but truth hurts before it heals. Think about your own life. You say you want success, discipline, respect, freedom, but do your daily actions actually match those goals? That question hits hard. Most people protect their ego instead of fixing their habits. They blame luck, people, or circumstances. But here's Goggins' brutal lesson. Your excuses may be valid, but they're still making you weak. The moment you stop lying to yourself, everything changes. Because real transformation begins when brutal honesty replaces comfortable excuses. Before becoming a Navy SEAL, Goggins weighed nearly 300 pounds and worked spraying cockroaches for a living. Every day, he looked in the mirror and saw the truth. Not the future Navy SEAL. Not the ultra-endurance athlete. Just an overweight man hiding from his potential. Instead of running from that truth, he faced it. That brutal honesty became the starting point of one of the greatest transformations ever documented. Concept 2. The 40% rule. One of the most powerful lessons in Can't Hurt Me is the 40% rule. David Goggins says when your mind tells you, I'm done, I can't go anymore, you're usually only at 40% of your actual capacity. Think about that. Most people never even come close to their true limits. Not because their body gives up, because their mind quits first. Your brain is designed for survival, not greatness. It wants comfort, safety, and easy dopamine. The moment discomfort appears, it sends signals. Stop. Rest. This is too hard. But here's the truth. Feeling uncomfortable doesn't mean you've reached your limit. It often means growth is starting. Think about studying. After 20 minutes, your mind says, check your phone. That isn't real exhaustion. That's resistance. And this is where average people lose. They obey every feeling. Goggins teaches the opposite. Push a little further. One more rep, one more page, one more hour. Because greatness begins where comfort ends. The scary truth? Your potential isn't destroyed by failure. It's destroyed by stopping too early. During Hell Week training, Goggins suffered through freezing water, sleep deprivation, and constant physical punishment. His body screamed for him to quit. His mind screamed even louder. Yet he kept moving. That experience helped him realize that what feels like the limit is often nowhere near the actual limit. That's where the 40% rule was born. Concept 3. The cookie jar. Life has a brutal habit of making you forget how strong you really are. The moment pain hits, the moment things get hard, your mind starts whispering, you can't do this. You're not strong enough. Just quit. David Goggins created a weapon against that voice. He calls it the cookie jar. The cookie jar is a mental collection of every hard thing you've already survived. Every struggle, every win, every moment you thought you were done, but kept going. Why does this matter? Because when your mind says, I can't, you need proof that it's lying. And your past becomes that proof. Maybe you survived heartbreak. Maybe you recovered from failure. Maybe you kept going when nobody believed in you. Those moments matter. They are evidence of your strength. Most people forget their victories and obsess over their weaknesses. Goggins teaches the opposite. When life punches you, open the cookie jar. Remember who you are. Remember what you survived. Because confidence doesn't come from motivation. It comes from evidence. And once you realize you've already conquered hard things before, quitting starts feeling like a lie. Concept 4. Taking souls. This is one of David Goggins' most savage concepts. He calls it taking souls. It doesn't mean hurting people physically. It means winning the mental battle so hard that the people who doubted you are forced to watch you rise. Here's what Goggins realized during brutal military training. Most people can handle pain. What they struggle to handle is seeing someone beside them refuse to break. When everyone is exhausted, cold, injured, and ready to quit, yet one person keeps moving, that person starts breaking others mentally. That's taking souls. Think about it. When someone underestimates you, expects you to fail, or thinks you'll quit, the easiest reaction is anger. But anger is weak if it stays emotional. Goggins teaches something stronger. Don't argue. Don't complain. Don't announce revenge. Improve silently. Let your discipline speak. Imagine someone says your dream is impossible. Most people defend themselves with words. But words don't change minds. Results do. Success does. Consistency does. The most powerful response to doubt is excellence. Because nothing crushes disbelief more than undeniable proof. That's the real meaning of taking souls. Turning other people's doubt into fuel and making your success impossible to ignore. Concept 5. Uncommon amongst uncommon. Most people are average because they live like everyone else. They wake up, check their phone, chase comfort, avoid discomfort, repeat. And because average behavior feels normal, people never question it. But David Goggins says something powerful. If you want extraordinary results, being better than average isn't enough. You must become uncommon amongst uncommon. Think about that. Even among disciplined people, push harder. Even among focused people, stay sharper. Even among winners, refuse to become comfortable. Because success creates a new danger, complacency. The moment you feel satisfied, growth slows down. That's why many people improve once, then stop evolving. They reach a level that feels good enough. Goggins rejects that mindset completely. He believes greatness begins where comfort dies. Ask yourself something. When nobody is watching, who are you? Do you still work hard? Do you still keep promises to yourself? Do you still stay disciplined? Because character isn't built in public. It's revealed in private. The workouts nobody sees. The effort nobody praises. The discipline nobody rewards. That is where elite mentality is built. Being uncommon isn't about beating others. It's about refusing to become ordinary. After becoming a Navy SEAL, Goggins could have relaxed. Most people would. He had already achieved something incredible. But instead, he started running ultramarathons, then breaking endurance records, then pushing himself even further. Why? Because he refused to let success make him comfortable. That's what uncommon people do. And being uncommon amongst uncommon, that's where greatness lives. Concept 6. Callousing the mind. David Goggins says the human mind works just like skin. When your hands face repeated friction, they develop calluses. The skin becomes thicker, tougher, harder to damage. Your mind works the exact same way. Every time you face discomfort instead of running from it, your mind gets stronger. Every time you choose comfort over challenge, your mind gets weaker. Think about modern life. The moment something feels hard, most people escape. Alarm rings? Snooze. Workout hurts? Skip it. Difficult task? Delay it. These choices feel small, but they slowly train your brain to avoid suffering. That's dangerous, because a comfortable mind becomes fragile. And fragile people break when life gets hard. Goggins teaches the opposite. Train yourself in discomfort. Do hard things on purpose. Wake up early even when you don't feel like it. Push one more rep when your body wants to stop. Finish the task when your mind begs for distraction. Why? Because every difficult moment you survive builds mental armor. Pain stops feeling like an enemy. It becomes training. And once your mind becomes calloused, life doesn't hit you the same way. You stop breaking under pressure. You adapt. You endure. You keep moving. Concept 7. The bad hand. One of the deepest lessons in Can't Hurt Me is something David Goggins calls the bad hand. Life doesn't deal everyone the same cards. Some people are born with support, opportunities, and stability. Others start with pain, abuse, poverty, trauma, rejection, failure. That's the bad hand. And Goggins knows this better than most. His childhood was filled with violence, fear, and suffering. He could have used that pain as an excuse for the rest of his life. And honestly, most people would understand if he did. But he refused, because he realized something powerful. You may not control the hand life gives you, but you control how you play it. That changes everything. Most people waste years asking, why me? Why did this happen? Why was life unfair? Why do others have it easier? But those questions create victim mindset. Goggins teaches a harder question. Now what? That question gives power back to you. Your past can explain your pain, but it should not define your future. Yes, your scars are real, but they don't have to become your identity. The bad hand can become your greatest strength if you stop using pain as an excuse and start using it as fuel. So if there's one message David Goggins wants you to remember, it's this. The person stopping you isn't your past. It isn't society. It isn't luck. It's the weak voice inside your head begging for comfort. Kill that version of yourself, and everything changes. Because pain doesn't break you. Quitting does. Stay hard. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next summary.